welcome to the launch.
Monument.
What inspired me to actually to write, to do the sculpture was when President Donald Trump at one stage looked at Africans or thought about them and say they are actually people from shithole countries. And that was a very, very big damage, actually. I don't know why anyone of that, personality would say something like that to the black race. And I thought, well, that one should be actually, I should do a monument on that, at least to mark that. Whether he said it in goodwill or whatever, this is something that I think should be there for people to see. And so I welcome him to Mademboni, where that statue is. As an African, this is a very big abuse. I would take it if it was an ordinary person, but when the head of state and the head of the most powerful nation in the world says something like that, then that is very destructive. It's actually like that was a psychological Hiroshima bomb to the African integrity. In a way, it didn't surprise me because we are coming out of the colonial system, and there is a fallacy in the white man's and ordinary many people to think that still the black man is inferior maybe because of the skin, because of anything. So I wasn't shocked, but the shocking part of it is that why should anyone of that status make such a drastic statement like that? What does America has, you think about the economy of America, which has been highly influenced by black people who are slaves, and there are very many black Americans. What did that mean, actually? This is a direct abuse, and telling them it's much better to call them dogs than to say collectively that the black people are people from shithole countries. Of course, well, I hope he has. I don't think he has ever used a shithole anywhere. Yes.
And then you embarked on making a monument. What was the intention?
The intention was actually to mark it to the world. To ourselves. We have a problem at the moment. Look at it, what is happening. We, after 500 years of being colonized, we have no commemoration about that. So we tend to have things are done and we take them and we say yes. So this in a way, I'm trying to put it into our minds, the minds of other people, children and the others, that we have come off. This is on our way to where we are. It's something, we have been through so many things, but this is psychologically a bad thing. Yes, I don't know how to repair that. No, while doing this, I was not thinking about the tourist attraction, but I'm thinking about generations, that this is part and parcel of our history. Children can see, other people can see, foreigners, whoever comes can also look at it and say, yeah, okay, fine. This is part of our history. Mr. Trump is a very, very complex human being. I think he could, I imagine that he would just see that as a satire and laugh or act in his own way, but it is saying something. Whatever he does, about that. I don't know whether, I'm not, it's not that I'm seeking any apology, but he could say it's a very broad-minded person who can say anything, so it's very much welcome. Good. They should make monuments, compose songs, write things. I'm a writer, and this is part of, I'm doing this. If I've been writing about it, and as a sculptor now, I go ahead and do something about that. As a musician, I can also do something like that. But I think it is good that people, young people, older people, whoever, we should do something to say we are there, or as a trace that we once lived there, and this is how to make history. The problem with Africa is that there are no monuments. People live and go, and then there is the assumption that we never were there. And then when colonials came and saw that there were no monuments, they were not, they thought, well, these people were part and parcel of the animal kingdom. So a monument is a foot, it's a mark. It says that, there was somebody. This is a language. In other words, this monument is a book in itself. It is saying its own story. This is a shithole behind the big man, and this is not a flush toilet. There is actually a hole there. You can do your business just straight into it. It sinks inside. There is a big hole where it takes everything. So this is why I call this so. It's behind the person to explain what he wanted when he said, well, it is, I would say it's honor that the president should have actually a shithole in a third world. He talked about it, and why not have one? Then people can see it. So this is the writing of to show what we have there, and welcome. Welcome for the launch. Yes. He's a great man, isn't he? The message I would send to Trump is that as a president of the most powerful nation in the world, he should not color what he is doing. The human beings are, the Americans are part and parcel of the system. They are black people, they are green or whatever, whether they are yellow or something like that. One should recognize humanity as a single identity. Yes, and this is, if he recognizes that, this is, well, I hope he says something about that, and all the other people will tell him, yes, I do it in a good way of saying, this is what I'm responding to what he said. He put it's like he asked a question and I responded. So I responded with this.